miles down the hallway, just blowing Aussies up.
Hello, YouTubers. It's the one only Antonio Fernandez coming to you live from my bedroom.
Where I landed.
Just doing a test in
It's like somebody
live
picked
stream
up,
here.
the room.
I have since switched to,
like a dollhouse.
like, I had Spectrum cable and internet. Well,
because I can't see anything.
that was costing me $200, or actually $205 a month. So I switched to YouTube TV and a thing called Kinetic. Well, I've been having problems with my internet. What would happen is, and I'm surprised this is working. What happened is when I upload a video to YouTube, my YouTube TV would start lagging, which I'm surprised it hasn't yet. But what I did this time was I unplugged. Okay. I have one of these speakers in here. This is a Google speaker. I have one of these in here. I have one of these in here. I have one in the kitchen. So I have this Google speaker. I have a Google speaker in the kitchen that's exactly the same as this. And in the living room I have a Google display. Well, before I started live streaming, I unplugged all those.
And it was pretty extraordinary.
And apparently it appears to be working fine for
one of the greatest sights in the world, was watching the
whatever reason it may be. I don't know.
Then go back to the building to rescue
So,
their fellow employees. And
we're live. This is the first live stream I've done in a long time.
Because it didn't see him.
As you know, nobody's watching because it is late.
This one particular door, which was at the far end of the room. And
that's what I've been doing. I've been off
really
this summer.
Sure where I was at the time, but I just started
so far, the work should be calling me sometime here in June, this next month.
So I just crawled until I ran.
I told him before school was out. I said, give me as many hours as you can this summer. I want to work because I need to save up for a car, my own car.
I was standing in the middle of 5 people.
So yeah.
And I walked out.
So they should be calling me because camp started in June.
And emergency workers fought heavy smoke and intense heat as they began the search for the estimated 800 missing personnel who worked in the area.
Mr. Al's in the next room.
It was very difficult for this fire.
Hold on, I can check some. I'll be right back. I'm gonna watch the door. Watch that door.
In many parts of the building for hours was hotter than firefighting equipment is designed to handle. Usually it's very easy to persuade people to leave a fire and stay away from the fire. But at the Pentagon, firefighters encountered lots of service members who were determined to get back in. They treated this like it was a war. Had the fire commanders had their way, they would have ordered everybody out of the National Military Command Center, but they got into a minor standoff with officers there who said, we're not leaving. The nation's under attack. It is imperative to keep this part of the Pentagon operating. So firefighters had to do something that they're just not accustomed to doing, which is putting out a fire in one part of the building while keeping another part of the building operational.
Just how
watching.
was the situation?
Who's anybody watching? No. That's what I thought. So, yeah. Once again, we're live. This isn't in high definition because I don't the
Army's General Staff Office,
camera,
as well as the Navy Command Center,
a
critical intelligence facility,
hold on,
were both completely obliterated by the fuselage. The National Military Command Center was untouched, but it was in jeopardy as the blazing fire threatened to shut it down. To make matters worse, a shift in the weather would fuel the fire to an even greater threat.
It was very windy. And also I looked up and I saw flames shooting out of the roof. The fire commanders started to rush crews up to the roof of the Pentagon. So they mounted a kind of an all-hands effort to get that fire out on the roof because now this had become a national security issue to them.
The fire was moving towards satellite and computer equipment on the roof. If it continued to spread, the Pentagon would lose a vital communications link to troops and commanders throughout the world. But how could an attack such as 9/11 affect the Pentagon's top secret military?
Don't mind that alarm, folks.
The National Military Command Center is
that is an alarm that I shouldn't have set. So I wonder
all the sensitive communications that reach around
if maybe the group. No,
24/7, 360.
See, I'm wondering if the Google speakers had something to do with it, but
And from
the problem
that
is
command center, the
when I
president
had
stays
cable,
the receiving, as does the
when I had
Secretary of Defense,
Spectrum,
the information with respect to the crisis.
I had the Google speaker in the bedroom,
Only the president,
the Google
Secretary
speaker in the
of Defense,
kitchen, and I had the Google display in the living room. They're all connected to the same Wi-Fi, and I didn't have that problem at all.
It needed to
It didn't
remain
lag at all.
functioning for
So,
the sake of keeping
but now
people
that I've
in military
unplugged those three
operation, things like
devices,
the cooling system in the
it seems to be
Pentagon
working
electrical
just
system.
fine.
If the fire
Just fine,
interfered
just
with those
fine.
things, the first thing it would do is it would
So
shut
anyway,
down all the computers.
we are live. This is on 2020 coming to you live from the bedroom.
Communications, you can't run
I wish this was in, I wish this was in higher quality, but
water pressure in the building up. So
since
the
I'm
fire
using the
department
built-in
will be able
webcam
to
on
fight
this thing,
fire. So
what can I
building
say?
operation, people risk their lives,
It is
close off pipes, even if
10:51
smoke is pouring
p.m.
down to some of those areas.
on
And
May
so they can
31st,
keep the
2022.
command centers operating despite the danger from the fire and smoke.
So yeah,
With critical military missions
I'm
underway
watching.
around the world.
I'm on
In the midst of the
Discovery
rescue
Plus. I'm
efforts,
watching
the
America's Book of
Pentagon
Secrets.
Security Service was urgently retrieving top secret
So,
information,
yeah.
now lying exposed in the wreckage. But what vital military information were they trying to save?
Oh,
Security
yeah.
Service was
You're
trying
fired to the
basically
max.
retrieve all the safes and file
So, yeah.
cabinets that contain classified information. A Navy
Uh-huh.
SEALs, for instance, said, "Listen, we need to get back to
Uh-huh.
our office
And
because we've got stuff
Okay, anyway.
in there that basically entails how we operate, intelligence that our
Yeah,
troops
we're
have
live
gathered out in
streaming
the
again.
field,
Like I said,
all
this is
sorts of things that are
the one and
essential
only
to
Antonio on
functioning as a Navy SEAL.
29 is
It's
coming
sitting
to
up
you
in the
live
office and nobody's
from the
talking about it.
bedroom. Main studio,
Firefighters
the main
who were in
studios
there
out there,
said they
the
saw
other
documents labeled top
live
secret
streams that you saw me
literally
do,
floating on, walks
you
of
saw
people.
me sitting in a
When
recliner,
the
you
smoke
saw a red
cleared,
chair and the couch in the background.
189 lives were lost, and
That's
hundreds
because I
injured.
was live streaming
Neither the Pentagon
from the
or
living
the
room.
United States
Live from the
ever
living
be
room,
the same.
the big studio.
At Amazon, hourly employees earn benefits that support themselves and their families. Benefits like healthcare on day one. And
I have a
fully paid leave for
new
new
modem
parents. But that's just the start. We're always
coming
here for our
tomorrow.
employees and their families.
Is that I have a new modem coming tomorrow
If you're always
from
asking, where next?
Kinetic.
Capital One has the
I've been having this
travel
lagging
card
problems. I
for
keep on calling them,
you. Venture X. Earn 10X
and they were going to
miles
send a
on
tech
hotels
out here
and
to figure
5X
what's going
miles
on.
flights booked through
Because
Capital
they
One Travel.
determined that it was
Plus,
because of the
receive
phone line.
premium travel benefits like
Because
access
this
to over
this
1,300
Kinetics
airport
internet,
lounges. Find your
there's an
where
Ethernet
next
cord going
with
from the
Venture
router
X. What's in
to
your
the
wallet?
phone jack. That's how the router gets the internet
September
signal.
12, 2001. As
Well,
the
they
sun rose
tried
on
to
the
tell
Pentagon
me
on the morning after the
there was a problem with
terrorist
the
attack,
phone line.
the first of many
They were going to send
extraordinary
they were
events
going to
began
send
to
a
unfold.
tech out here,
The next day was a very unusual
but because there's an
sight.
order on my account, which is another thing I have to get to the bottom of, because there's an order on my account, they couldn't
And the
you couldn't
Pentagon
fill out a
was still
ticket to
on
get a
fire,
tech out here.
but people were coming to work.
So they were going to talk to the supervisor and call me back. Well, they never called me back.
Came to
This-
work.
That was
This building was still burning.
maybe a week ago, and they still
This
haven't
side
called
of
me
the
back.
building had collapsed.
So I called them on Friday,
Came to work the next
told them what
day.
was going on, and the lady there said,
48 hours
because I
after
told her
the
exactly what was
impact,
going on, that the router would shut off
got
right
the
away.
blaze under control.
It would be working fine, then bam, it would just shut off, and
It took
there'd be
them a
nothing,
couple of days to get the
no
roof
internet,
fire
and then
under
I'd have
control.
it would
Eventually
reboot
they did.
itself, and
It
then
was a very
yeah.
hazardous,
So
very difficult thing to do.
so the lady filled out a form,
The area known as Wedge 1
and
were
they're gonna
destroyed
FedEx a
by
new
the
modem,
impact
a new
and resulting
router modem to me. Sorry.
But with an average daily workforce of
So
25,000
that was on
people
Friday
at
that I
the
talked to him. So I'm
How
thinking
was
it should be
possible there
here
weren't even more casualties?
tomorrow, maybe. So yeah.
The Pentagon was
Vis-a-vis.
undergoing a renovation program, and Wedge 1 was just being completed.
So right now,
Had these planes hit a month
the Xbox
either
that's
way,
out there is
there would
connected
have been
to
a lot
my
more
neighbor's
people
internet
killed because of the level of
downstairs.
people in the building.
So yeah.
Where the aircraft hit was the only part of the building that had
Um,
fire sprinklers throughout.
I was gonna
the
watch
section.
the snooze and watch the weather, but the weather is not
Blast
on.
resistant
The
windows.
news isn't
It
on
was the only
anymore.
part of the building that had structural
It's almost
support.
11. Well, when I
It was the only
checked the
part that had
when I checked
Kevlar-type
the
skin
time,
to protect
when I was
against
able to check the
fragments of glass and
weather,
stone.
Overnight,
it was already
the
10:22,
existing
so the weather
renovation
was
work
over.
turned to
Um,
reconstruction. But what was the secret?
So
behind
this has
the
been Joe
rapid
Ponick reporting
rebuild
live
of
from the
Pentagon?
Try it again. This has been the
mission
one and only
critical.
Antonio 29
Pentagon
coming
back
to you
online.
live from the bedroom,
Not to mention,
literally
an
live.
extremely important symbolic act to completely rebuild
So,
the Pentagon
yeah.
and make it better than it ever was.
That's my going and sticking to it. Oh, there.
To restore the building
The
at the first
deal.
anniversary of the tax. So within 1 year, they would have the building back to its original state. They
Yeah.
called it the Phoenix Project.
See, what I wanted to do is upload my files and that or my
majority of those people felt
how do I
was
say
that
this?
we were going to show
What I do
people like
is
these
on
heroes what Americans could
either
do
on
when
cassette
you
tape,
came and
which
took
that I
over.
can't upload. Either on cassette tape or I do it on with a program called Audacity, my KRAP radio,
I would
which
leave
is
for 2 or
all
3
crap all
hours.
the time.
I'd come back and there were guys
You know.
sleeping on the floor, the
Um,
on the concrete, so they could talk to me.
what I
So
do
it's
is
back of, I think.
But while working around the clock,
It's
to
KRAP or
speed up their
KBLA,
schedule, it was
KBLA,
not enough
cable
to
on
make
radio,
their self-imposed
all
one-year
crap all the
deadline.
time.
So what
I've done a few
unconventional
recordings
measures did they
through
take
Audacity
to finish
on
even
that,
sooner
and I wanted
than they had
to.
originally
I was
hoped?
going to upload that to YouTube, but because there's no
The first thing
pictures
we
with
did
it,
was tell
there's no
everybody what
video
to build
signal
that
with
day
it,
and follow it up
that
with
they wouldn't let
drawings
me upload that.
instead of doing drawings
It
first. There was one
didn't
particular
work.
spot
So
supposed to be a wall. And then
anyway,
pipes in the wall. Well,
this has been a
the
test
pipes were going
live
first,
stream.
The wall wasn't ready yet, so the guys ran their pipes and they had to build a wall around.
Who
the
knows? I
pipes,
might do
which
another one in a little bit.
It's just everybody stepped
Till
out
then,
of the box at all times.
We'll be back.
In addition to repairing the building,